and welcome back to the most amazing channel on the internet. I'm your host Rebecca Felgate, and today we're talking the top 10 scary Lovecraftian monsters. And boy, are you in for what I would probably describe as a tentacly treat. For those of you who don't know who H.P. Lovecraft is, he was an author who wrote some pretty terrifying cosmic horror fiction. Is there any better genre? Good old HP was obviously deeply inspired by deep sea creatures, which are basically one of my biggest fears, so this list should be fun. Before we get into this though, I want you guys to describe the scariest monster you can think of and give it a name for me. So for me, mine would be like a giant blobfish, but with like trypophobia style holy eyes and a foul stench of rotten meat, and it would appear in bodies of water that you were swimming in and drag you to the murky depths. And if I had to call it a name, I think I'd call it El Blobio the Doombringer. Good! Let your imaginations run wild in the comments section down below, and I can't wait to read out some of your entries. Also, while you're down there, of course, as always, please do like, share, and all of that kind of stuff on this video. We've got an Instagram, there are links to it in the description box, check it out. Also, please do stick around to the end of the video where I'll be reading out some replies to comments from a previous video. Okay, H.P. Lovecraft. Let's start off with a loathsome creature you've probably heard of at number 10. We have Cthulhu. Cthulhu probably deserves to be at number 1, but that wouldn't be too surprising, so he's gonna head up this list of terrors. Cthulhu is a highly worshipped Great Old One, an elder thing, a creature without gender and so vast it takes up swathes of the ocean. Indeed, Cthulhu is supposed to be hibernating underwater somewhere in the South Pacific. Cthulhu is first up in our looking at it will send you mad genre, of which Lovecraft seemed to be a huge fan. Puny human minds can barely comprehend Cthulhu, but if they could, they would see part dragon, part octopus, part squid. It would have wings and a tentacly mouth described as a mass of feelers. Blech. He's scaly and rubbery, yet he has claws. He can control minds, and he wants to destroy the human race. Nice one, Cthulhu. Coming in at number 9, we have the Nyarlathotep. H.P. Lovecraft described the god monster Nyarlathotep in a letter to a friend, saying that the idea for the creature had come from a horrible reoccurring nightmare that he had been having since he was 10. So this literally is a monster from your nightmares. He described the creature as being horrible beyond anything you can imagine, but wonderful too. Nyarlathotep is a crawling chaos who presents as an Egyptian pharaoh with a smooth, featureless face, able to gain an army of faithful followers. To meet Nyarlathotep is to be drawn into his thrall and forget the world around you. He'll manipulate you for his gain and enjoys sending people mad. There is no fighting him because he has superhuman strength. Coming in at number 8, we have the Dunwich Horror. I don't like the sound of this beastie. So the Dunwich Horror is kind of a half-human, half-god. He was spawned from a human woman and the outer god Yog-Sothoth. How that works, I'll leave that to your imagination. He was kept a secret by his mother and loved only really by his brother, who later died by turning into a liquid pool because, of course. Anyway, the horror is usually invisible to human eyes, but when he shows himself, of course, he sends people mad. Classic Lovecraft. He is tentacly, like many a Lovecraftian monster, and he is of gargantuan proportions. He has red eyes and many teeth and can eat a handful of cattle or humans in one go. Coming in at number 7, we have the Mygo. If there's a prize for grossest Lovecraftian monster, then the Mygo might well be in the running. These are human-sized funguses that look like giant shrimp. Shrimpy fungus. I'm just gonna let that one sink in. Oh, also they're kind of waspy. They've got wings which allows them to fly at great speed. They're an alien species, but some have inhabited planet Earth and they really can't stand humans. Despite feeling a bloodlust towards Earth's inhabitants, they kind of want to study them. So often they'll seek out humans, gouge out their brains, and send them back to their home planet for testing. Thanks, evil fungus shrimp wasps. Thanks a bunch. Coming in at number 6, we have Old One-Eye. His name's my favourite, I have to say. Hello, Old One-Eye. Although, to be totally fair, I would not be saying hello if I saw him ever because he's terrifying and we absolutely can't be friends. I would firmly run in the other direction, not that that would do me any good because I'm basically sure he can outrun me. Old One-Eye indeed has a solitary eye because his other was burned out with a close-range shot from a plasma pistol. Of course. The pistol also dispensed with around 50% of his face too, which is terrifying. It's just burned away. Old One Eye is kind of like a giant six-limbed crab with scythe bone blade arms. His skin is red, he's prone to unstoppable bloody rampages, and he can regenerate if harmed. Honestly, it didn't help him grow back his eye though, did it? Coming in at number 5, we have the Night Gaunts. Have a look-see here at this beastie. We have talked about cosmic monsters of epic proportion that can send people mad even by trying to comprehend and understand their forms, and that is scary, but so is a horned winged creature with oily bodies, paws and claws and a barbed tail. The Night Gaunts are much more comprehensible than some of the god monsters, but they are scary nonetheless. They're described as being nightmarish creatures that can interact with humans through their dreams. They are black with rubbery slick skin, they've got no face, just flesh. They never speak of life or smile, they're totally blank. All they do is clutch and fly and tickle. Tickle, seriously, please get away from me. I don't like being tickled, honestly. Coming in at number 4, we have mentioned him a little bit briefly, we have Yog-Sothoth. Right, so Yog-Sothoth is a massive collection of glowing orbs with spooky tendrils at best description, but totally indescribable at worst. Yog-Sothoth is a child of the nameless mists and devised visualization. Trying to comprehend it, once again, can send humans mad. Again, a very common theme amongst Lovecraftian monsters. The Yog-Sothoth is an all-seeing, omnipresent being that lives outside of our universe whilst being able to control beings within it. It can appear on Earth as avatars though, including as an eater of souls. Despite being mind-bendingly monumental and with the power to destroy your mind and soul, there's actually a lot to be learned from the Yog-Sothoth if treated with respect. Coming in at number 3, we have the Spider of Leng. Shout out to my fellow arachnophobes. Ain't nobody got time for these giant purple spiders. And giant purple spiders really is their best description. These fearsome beasts range from the size of a small horse, but can reach proportions bigger than the largest of elephants. 8 eyes, 8 legs, the ability to climb pretty much anything, the Spiders of Leng have an extremely venomous bite. They aren't above eating one another either, so they wouldn't think twice about gobbling you up. They won't go out looking for you, but if you stumble across their lair, these huge arachnids will kill you and eat you. Hip hip hurrah. For those of you out there with a cosmic fear of the unknown, scared of black holes, the abyss, or dying simply because the thought of nothingness is too mind-bending, this one's for you. We have the Blackness from the Stars at number 2. This is an existential heart attack of a monster. The Blackness from the Stars is seemingly formed of all of the darkness in the cosmos. It is the blackness surrounding all creation. It is sentient darkness. Have you ever felt like the shadows are watching you? Do you ever feel like the night sky is awake? A scary thought, right? An intelligent nothingness really does freak me out. It's a blackness that understands everyone and everything, but chooses not to communicate. When it does speak though, it speaks in a language unknown to anyone but the blackness itself. What? Coming into number 1, we have the Dweller in the Gulf. The Dweller in the Gulf is a giant, super giant tortoise with disconcertingly wet white and gold milky skin. Ugh, milky tortoise. Blech. It walks on a dozen stumpy legs with super suckers that allow it to scale sheer surfaces. It has 2 tails which are all the better for whipping you with. Wanna know the creepiest thing about this monster? Well, it doesn't have eyes, but it does like to gouge out the eyes of its prey with a pair of long snouts. Wait, it gouges out your eyes with twin noses. Okay, that is rank. After eating the eyes of the innocent, it turns them into blind servants. The servants also can't see, and they spend their days stroking statues of the Dweller until he appears to them, which is so creepy. No worries though, the Dweller in the Gulf lives below the surface of Mars. Yes, Mars. So maybe NASA want to rethink their 2020 mission after all. So guys, that was the top 10 scariest Lovecraftian monsters. Which do you think was the scariest? Let me know in the comments section down below. Also, don't forget to describe your monstrous worst fear to me and give it a name. Will it be scarier than El Bloblio the Doombringer? Like, probably. Maybe. Although blobfish really are the worst. Okay, before I go, I'm just gonna read some comments from the top 10 scary Hungarian urban legends. This is what you had to say. Emerald Heems Flair Heems said, I love Hungary and I love urban legends and I love this channel, so 10 out of 10. I make that 3 for 3, but we'll go with 10 out of 10. Tyler Bottomley said, "Did you know that Hungary is famous for paprika?" I didn't know that, but I'm happy to know it. I love smoked paprika, I add it to everything. Stray Hellhound wrote, "Nice video, Rebecca. Actually, there was stuff that I hadn't heard of. They were very interesting. From my own memory, I did get the belly frog story a few times as a kid." Ugh, belly frogs. Gigabyte Wild shared a scary local legend from where they're from. They wrote, "In my area we have a local urban legend of the pale girl, one with discoloured skin and a raggedy worn down set of clothes. She stands in the forest land during the winter, staring yet saying nothing. She follows those that are either lost or venturing through. She even stands on the thinnest of branches looking down, but the branches never sway. There are children who make drawings about a girl standing high up in a tree asking them to follow her to play. This reminds me of a time that I've had something of a similar experience as a child. We were always told that we should never reply to her or we should never invite her into her house, for she may enter and stand at the end of people's beds as they sleep, causing people to have nightmares or freezing them to death as they're lost in their whiteouts of the winter weather." Oh my god, that was really scary, but you didn't tell me where you're from, so I have no idea where to attribute this urban legend. If you're watching, let me know so I can literally never go there, because that sounds terrifying. Guys, I love hearing about urban legends from where you live, so do let me know, and also don't forget to let me know your made up monster. I'm really interested. While you're down there in the comment section, please do leave a thumbs up on this video and share it with a friend. Also do check out the links to our Instagram in the description box down below. For now though, I'm your host Rebecca Felgate, and I'll see you next time. Bye!